My hair's very static today and I don't know why, but it just is, so that's fun. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a story time for you guys. I do not usually do story times. Nothing interesting ever happens in my life, but this situation just popped into my head today and I was like, I could kind of make a story time out of that. It's not as dramatic as like Tana Mojo's life, but it's like kind of a story time. This is going to be about the time that I almost got arrested at 4 AM when I was 13. If you are new here, make sure you give this video a massive thumbs up and subscribe. And yes, I know the title said I did get arrested, but I need the views. My social blade is so red right now. So yeah, you know, YouTubers have got to do what they have to do. I was 13 at the time. This happened like 3 years ago now. I know it makes me sound like I was a horrible 13-year-old. I really wasn't that bad. I mean, I wasn't like Danielle Broccoli or whatever her name is. I was kind of a bit like more daring than I am now. Please ignore this massive spot on my face. I've tried to conceal it, but it's not going away. But you don't want to hear me ramble. You want to hear me get into story. Subscribe, press the bell. Let's get started. So, as I said, this happened about 3 years ago. So, some boy messaged me on Facebook, or we are going to call him Jason. Jason messaged me on Facebook and like was really flirty and stuff. Jason was messaging me on Facebook being very flirtatious and all of that stuff. And I was really scared to meet him. I used to be so good at meeting boys. I literally, one of my ex-boyfriends who broke my fucking heart, I met him without FaceTiming him or anything. I travelled about 100 miles to meet him. I could have died. I used to be so good at meeting boys, but at this point I wasn't that good at meeting boys. I'm not now. I went for a period of time where I was, but now I'm not. Kind of over it. I just did not want to meet him for some reason. I was like, nah, you kind of seem a bit sketchy to me. Like, not that he was sketchy, I don't think, but I just felt like he was. We would talk on the phone sometimes and stuff, but like, I don't think we was that close. We wasn't talking all day long, you know, kind of thing. I was staying around my nan's house once and he was like, hi, like, come meet me. We're coming to meet you. Meet us by the train station. And my nan lives literally next to the train station in town I live in. Me being the reckless 13-year-old I was, I waited for her to go to bed and then I took her keys and opened the door to, you know, I was gonna meet a group of boys I had never met in the middle of the night. It was like 12 o'clock at night. I walked outside, I saw like a weird figure and I just went back in. I was like freaked out. I keep swearing, so I'm gonna have to like stop doing that because I need to be monetized. I never met him that time because I just got freaked out by like the fact they were so dark and like my nan kind of lives on quite a quiet road. So next time I decided to meet him, I lied to my father. I think you know this story. I know you watch my videos and I apologise. I said to him like, look, I'm meeting my friend, she's super sad, like I'm going to stay around the house for the night. In reality, I was just going to stay up with this boy and his friends all night. He was like, okay, what are you going to pack and stuff? And I was like, oh, I don't really need anything. I'll be back really early. He kind of found that a bit suspicious. He was a bit like, you'd usually bring things around your friend's house. So I felt so free when I got out. It was about 7 o'clock. I felt so free. I was like, yes, boys. These random ass boys I'd never met before. Got a bus to where they lived, where they were situated. Wait, no. Ignore me. Ignore me. I had actually met them before, staying out all night with them. I had actually met them before. Stupid me, I forgot. 3 years ago, what can I say? I actually knew them and I had met them before, so it wasn't that awkward. Went up there, was like, hey. They're not bad people and like I've got nothing against them and I'm not saying like I don't like them or anything. I just think they were very like boyish, you know, like proper boys, like doing stupid things all the time, and I didn't want to do that stuff. I like, not like drugs or anything, but like just stupid things like vandalism and stuff. Like I would verbally like reject. I'd be like, nah, I'm not interested, don't do that, like that's wrong. Them being them, they did it anyway. This was the last time I met them, I think, because I just got totally put off them by the end of the night. He was just like going around town or whatever and they was doing their thing, like doing stupid ass shit. Like I wasn't agreeing with it. I was like, no, don't do that. but they did. We just walked around everywhere. I must have done about like 15,000 steps that day, because we was walking around, like, all around town, all around my town, like not just the town centre, but like all around the town. I realised this story time's not going to be as long as I thought it would be. I've forgotten so much. Oh my god. We stopped by this clock tower, and in my town we have a massive clock tower. Like, it must be like 2 AM at this point. There's probably more stuff that happened before that. I literally cannot remember anything. This story time's so bad I might not even upload it. At this point everyone was like, kind of want to go home, and I was like, I don't want to go home. My dad's gonna kill me. Like, my dad is going to kill me, because I was 13, and like, why would I be coming home from my friend's house at 2 AM? Like, what? And then we started walking, and I live so close to this clock tower in my town, like down the road. And there was a park across the road from my house. They all decided to go to this park and just chill there. And it was locked. We had to climb over loads of gates to get into the park. I was never skinny, but I was like slim thick, kind of. Like, I've never been really skinny. But I was so much skinnier than I am now. Like, I'd fit through like the bars and stuff like easily. I was like, I had boobs, had a bit of a bum, not really, and had like, I was skinnier than I am now. I got through all the gates, climbed over them, whatever, and then we just all chilled in the park for a few hours until we got to like 4 AM. 4 AM the park opened, and we didn't know that. I was all trying to like sleep in this park, and I was so scared, because I was like, my dad walks the dog in this park at like 7 o'clock in the morning, like 8 o'clock. I sleep, like when I sleep I usually sleep, so I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna be looking like an absolute whore probably, like with these loads of boys just sleeping in a park across the road from my house. By the way, I'm not a girly girl, like I kind of am, but then I'm also kind of like a tomboy as well, so that's why I was hanging around with these boys. Like, me and Jason was not even like interested in each other anymore. Like, I wasn't interested in him, he kind of wasn't interested in me, so it wasn't even like that anymore. I just hung out with them because I was literally like so scared, and one of the other boys was making moves on me all night, and it made me feel so uncomfortable. I was like, I need to get my ass out of here. But I couldn't, so we was all just chilling out in the park, like trying to sleep or whatever, like homeless people, which we wasn't, we had homes. And then all of a sudden we saw like lights flashing at us. Like, what is the time? So I looked at my phone and it was like 4:14 or something. I was like, oh my god, the park's opening. At first it was just like this one car, like this one white car which went through, which we didn't really care about because it was like, okay, that's just like park rangers. Like 5 minutes later a police car comes down. Like, I swear that white car must have called them or something. Like, there's homeless people sleeping in the park or whatever, and I think the boys had weed on them at the time. Like, I'm pretty sure they did have weed. I didn't have any of it at that time. I was 13. Like, I mean, I have tried weed. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like, I'm a real YouTuber. I've done weed. Don't really do it anymore. Not for any reasons why like I have bad effects or anything. It's just I don't really do it. Back in the day, I was a pothead. You know what I mean? But I just wasn't interested in their weed. I was just kind of more like, I want to go home. Let me sleep in my own bed with my dog, you know? The boys were all like, oh my god, we've got weed, like, the police are gonna go mad. And then, obviously, like, the police people, like, kind of, like, come out. As far as I can remember, obviously, this is, like, years ago, so I can't really remember. But they started questioning us and stuff, and they was like, are you under the influence of anything? I was like, no, I literally wasn't. So, but they thought I was because I was tired. So they was like almost like threatening me and stuff. It was a madness. So yeah, they was like threatening me. They was like, well, are you intending to like deal weed and stuff or cocaine or something like that? And I was like, I'd never touch anything like cocaine or any other drugs like that. Like, no thank you, I'm not into that. Because like they had run off. Like, these boys had run off while I was about to like get like a lift in a police car. Like, these boys who had the weed run off. I ran off too because they kind of like, they was done with me. They was like, do you want us to take you home? And I was like, no, it's cool. They ran off, so I ran after them, and I ran 5 miles. I know I lived like right next to the park, but I didn't want to go back to my dad's house, so I ran like the direction the boys were going. I ran so long. It was so long, and by the time I got there, it was like 6 in the morning, so I ended up just getting a bus home. That story wasn't as exciting as I thought it'd be. I'm so disappointed. I'm so sorry I gassed you up for nothing. I'm not druggy. The boys have never spoken to me since, really. I think I met them the day after, actually, but it was really awkward. But yeah, I never spoke to them again. Don't know what they're doing in their lives now. So I could have got arrested if I didn't kind of charm the police officers out of like not getting me arrested. I was kind of really annoyed at them. They've been quite rude to me, the police officers. They was all like trying to like really annoy me so I could like kick off at them. But I'm not going to do that. Like, I was tired. I don't really want to kick off at a police officer. Like, sorry, the story time was so bad. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in my next video. Make sure to subscribe.